A man walking his dog in the evening listens on his earbuds about the conflict happening in the city center. Protesters fighting and destroying public property. Gunshots can be heard in the distance. Explosions happen at random. The man's eyes widen as one. Explosion sounds very close. He pauses for a moment to look at his phone. His face is illuminated by the familiar blue glow of the screen when suddenly the screen goes dark. I thought this thing was at 79% battery. He mutters to himself. He taps the screen. Nothing. He looks up and notices the streetlights have also gone out. Every window that had glowed with television light or laptop screens now sits dark. The sun just being below the horizon, he can still see his surroundings. But the city has faded to black. He stands there for a moment, his thumb still hovering over the dead phone, trying to process what a simultaneous power failure across the entire grid might mean. A flock of birds erupts from a nearby oak. He takes notice and hears the whirling whine of drones. The sound gets louder. In the sunset, he can make out what looks like a swarm of insects heading toward downtown. As they pass overhead, he hears the distant sound of helicopters. A dull pressure builds behind his eyes, a low-frequency throb that seems to resonate in his teeth. He shakes his head and stammers. The choppers fly overhead at breakneck speed, and his pain subsides as quickly as it came. He walks over to a bench and sits with his dog at his feet as he takes a moment to himself. The sound of machine guns comes from the city. But this is different, like non-stop, as if a waterfall of bullets raining down without end. The sustained fire goes on for 30 seconds, then a minute without any pause for reloading or repositioning. Tucked in under a tree on his private little bench, his dog looks to the left and does his best big dog growl. The man squints his eyes and sees a line of men carrying guns. But that's weird, he thinks to himself. Each man is carrying what looks like a small Gatling gun in a bulky backpack. There is a ribbon of shiny metal ammunition belt, he realizes, going from the gun to the backpack, and those men are walking fast. Not quite running, but impossibly fast for someone carrying all that gear. They move in perfect unison, their strides synchronized like parts of a machine. The dog lets out a timid bark, and one of those soldiers turns his head to look. Too fast, too smooth, the motion mechanical. Holy shit, the man exclaims, his eyes are glowing red. 2 pinpoints of crimson light where human eyes should be. The man's breath catches as he quickly realizes that long line of what looks like soldiers are not human at all. As the soldiers fade into the distance, maintaining that same inhuman pace, the man grabs his little companion and hurries off toward home. No longer caring about the familiar evening walk route. He needs walls. He needs to find his family. He needs to understand what has just descended on his city.
Walking through the fade, distant thunder, city's barricade. Screen goes black at 79. Grid collapse, end of the line. Streetlights dead, windows dark, silence screaming through the park. Birds are up from dying oak, drones are choking city's throat. Coming now, I hear the sound, metal wings shake the ground. Pressure building in my skull, frequency breaks the law. as death flies by, sitting breathless beneath the tree. My companion looks at me. Then it starts, that endless rain. Bullets falling like a chain. No reload, no human hand. Waterfall across the land. Walking fast but not quite running. Gatling guns and ribbons gunning. Perfect stride, synchronized. Something in me paralyzed. Timid bark, one turns to stare. Red eyes glowing, nothing there.